Welcome to another edition of the CEO's Blogs. We're here at Tabcorp Park Menangle, and why are we here today, John?
Well, there's more activity at the training centre, Amanda. Tim Butt, he'll be bringing a team of horses in on December 1, and from what he tells me, he's here to stay. So that's a great addition to the training ranks here in New South Wales, of course, and to help us with that training centre. We're looking to expand. We just have to make sure that we've got the numbers.
Okay, so it's not just a satellite stable for Tim?
It looks fairly permanent. Of course, horses will move in and out, similar to what David Aiken does and others. But no, it's because it's good because we'll have more horses here in New South Wales and at Tabcorp Park Menangle.
All right. Well, on the topic of the training centre, one horseman that trains out of there is Darren Binskin, and he had an interesting week on track. Yeah, Shiny they call him now. So I believe he showed a full. I don't think it was a full head of hair, but no, last week when that helmet flew off, it's one of those things that we all must be very careful with, especially the drivers, that they've got their gear done up, and of course it's of a good standard. No fault, of course, to Darren, but yeah, he certainly showed something different there. For Darren, that's not unusual. All right, well, the last few weeks we've been updating people on some injured horsemen. We'll start with Peter O'Connor. Yeah, Peter's back in Cara, and that's really good. Long way to go there. Mitchell Reese, it was great to see him back at Penrith Trots last week. But a real thumbs up, and it's been a long while since Benny Woodsford fell out and broke his arm at Newcastle, but he's back in the winner's circle. So a slow recovery for Benny. It'll be a longer recovery for the other two, but they'll get there eventually. Yeah, well, I think Benny's, well, we've got DJ just driving behind you now. We just spoke about him, and Benny Woodsford, he was just driving behind you as well, and yet Mitchell Reese. Yeah, Mitchell, well, he's slow recovery there, but it was good to see him back at the track. He will recover, and it'll be a long time, as I say, but he's in good care, and for all those people who are supporting Mitchell, we thank them. Okay, do you have an update on the UHRA meeting that happened recently? Now, the UHRA is the group that the licensees should be a member of, and I encourage everybody that if you're not a member, you would have ticked the box on your licence renewal, contact Darren McCall or Wally and join that group. We meet with them every 2 months. They put the really hard-hitting issues on the table, which affect the trainers and drivers, and we respond. So, yes, they're always working hard every 2 months, and I suggest people join. Okay, one of those issues could have been whips. The whips, well, that'll move now. We come to a position in New South Wales, certainly, and we believe it'll be the national position. That will go to the AGM of Harness Racing Australia in December, and by then we'll sign off on it. I think we'll have an educational period for around about a month or two, and then we'll be into what is a new process with the whips. Okay, well, talking about meetings, there was a Metropolitan information session here at Tabcorp Park Menangle last week. How did that go? Well attended, and I thank everybody that attended. It's sometimes very difficult to come out because trainers and drivers, and they work long hours, and the owners, of course, are at work. But no, that was a very well received session, I believe. Very good numbers. I thank the club, of course, for putting it on for us, and I thank for everyone that attended. We will eventually, once we finish the full state, we'll get all that information out, so it will be on our website, and people will be able to just see how this industry works, how the wagering works, how the funding works, and any other initiative we've got. Okay, well, let's talk about our junior drivers. Our encouragement winners, Martel Maguire and Tom Pay, recently just returned actually from a trip over to New Zealand, which they won after winning an award at the Harness Racing New South Wales Awards Night last year, and looked like they had a pretty good time. Yeah, from the photos and the vision I see, and they did do very, very well, and congratulations to them. They both, I spoke to Katrina and Barry Purdon and Chrissy and Crandell Getty. They represented New South Wales very well, Martel and Tom, and to next year we've got Ellen Rickson and Brad Elder going along, so it's all good going forward. All right, and anything else for this edition? Nothing else for this edition, Amanda. Thank you.